Hey, I'm Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, where today we have got something very exciting to do. I have fallen down a bit of a Vinted hole. Let's now open the packages and I'll show you what I actually found. I'll give you a quick backstory. I am just coming out of what feels like a bit of a stagnant meh creative lull over the entire winter, really. I'll be honest, during the winter, I never feel that inspired in terms of style and what I'm wearing. I just like to be warm and comfortable, and my uniform during the winter is usually just a sweatshirt or jumper and some very comfy trousers. Now that we're coming out of winter, and here in the UK, it's been a pretty bleak and miserable winter, I have to say. We've not had a huge amount of sunlight. So now that we're edging into spring, it's actually quite a nice sunny morning today, I have started to feel a little bit more forward looking in terms of my sewing and looking for inspiration to just get me going creatively. To kickstart all of my inspiration for my spring summer wardrobe, I had a trawl through my saved sewing inspo folder and I came across a series of cowards that I've saved, which I saved probably last summer, but I just love the idea of it. I love the idea of cowards in the summer. I just think they're so easy to mix and match. It's just such an effortless outfit. These particular ones are very print heavy, but I just love the juxtaposition of the prints and different contrast panels, and I'm really feeling that vibe at the moment. Now, in thinking about how I could recreate that type of look using secondhand garments, what popped into my head was a dress that I actually bought in a charity shop. This is probably going back a year, maybe even two. It was a lemon border print dress. It was a couple of sizes bigger than my standard, so it didn't really fit me as a dress particularly. It wasn't exactly my style either, but I did love the print on the fabric. It was 100% cotton, and I bought it because I thought it would make an amazing refashioning piece. I ended up selling the dress in a wardrobe sale on Instagram because I just didn't get around to doing the refashion project, and I just thought, well, it's a beautiful dress, someone else might as well enjoy it. But that dress popped back into my head when I was thinking about how I'm going to recreate a cord like the ones in my sewing folder. So then I took to Vinted to look for the same dress because it's a high street dress. I just suspected there'd be at least one or several of them on Vinted. And of course there were. But then when I did the search for that particular dress, what came up and what it led me to was something even better. Here we go. Let's open the first package. Now, it might have been a bit excessive ordering 3 of this item, but really my vision is to create a minimum 3-piece cord using these 3 garments. So here we go. Look at this. Look at the print on this skirt. Oh, they had me at oranges. I mean, I do love a lemon print, but this one was oranges. But what I liked about it even more than the lemon print one was the fact that it was in a deeper blue. So the other print had a white background with light blue tiger stripes almost, or whatever you'd call these, this kind of tropical print. This one had the reverse. It was this deeper, more kind of royal blue, which I love. I think it just suits me more. These deeper jewel colors suit me more than the lighter colors. And just that little punch of orange. I just thought the border print on the bottom of a trouser leg, on the bottom of a shirt, or even just being able to play around with the border to add that little extra detail, I thought was just brilliant. I absolutely love it. This one is brand new with tag still. I did get this one in my size. Well, A, because the price was right, but B, I thought actually, even if I didn't end up doing anything with this, how cute would that be as a little dress? But obviously a skirt like this, most likely I thought would be 2 rectangular panels. There's going to be a lot of fabric to play with there, and actually lengthwise, you know, you can't see right now because the video is a bit cropped. Lengthwise, it is the perfect length for me as a trouser. So that is item number 1. Now, these other 2 items should be identical. I'm hoping that they will be. In theory, they were the same design and the same size, but you know how it is with cotton, depending on how much they're worn, sometimes the color can fade a little bit. And I've had the instance where I got donated a trouser, which I had the same trouser of. There's somebody who I follow on Instagram, and she was doing a wardrobe sale, and she was selling the exact same trouser. And I got it because I wanted to make myself a matching top to the trouser I had. But when it turned up, or the white of the trouser I got wasn't white anymore. It was a little bit peach, maybe there was something it got washed with that tinged the white a little bit. So you can never really be too sure that the colors will be exactly the same, but I'm hoping that will be the case. Oh, this person's very cautious and double bagged. Double bagged their delivery. Make sure not to cut into the garment by accident. Although we will be cutting into the garment anyway at some point. So I also found the same print of fabric in a dress form. So look at the dress. Now, I will admit, I was a little bit naughty. I did buy these dresses in a very large size. There were several of these dresses in small sizes, but I just thought selfishly that I would be able to harvest more fabric from a bigger size than if I went with a smaller size. I do often feel a bit guilty about buying clothes in bigger sizes, particularly secondhand, because I know that women in bigger sizes say they tend to struggle buying things secondhand. The prints look almost exactly the same. I was also wondering if the border print would be the same width. I wasn't sure if that would change depending on the size of the garment. But this skirt is a small, this one is large, and the border print is the same. So I think I could have a fair amount of confidence that even if I bought the small size of this dress, that they would match in terms of the border print. So I did get 2 of these dresses. The style of it is very similar to the lemon print one that I ended up selling on my Instagram. It's got this sort of puff sleeve design, which I thought, again, in terms of a shirt, especially a short sleeve shirt, I thought actually I could probably get some sleeve pieces cut perfectly from these puff sleeves. And then we've got effectively, you know, some maybe big rectangular panel here for the skirt. And then it might be that I can still use some of the little details on the dress and keep those to make a coordinating top to the trouser as well. All right, let's go ahead and open up the third package, which is exactly the same as that dress. I just want to check that the print is looking the same. Should do, but you just never know with these things. Yeah, and you see this one looks a tiny bit lighter. This blue looks a tiny shade lighter than that one. So yeah, I mean, that's just the gamble you take really when you buy these things. Now, I have to admit, I'm feeling a touch guilty about buying 2 of these dresses in those larger sizes. And bearing in mind that one's a little bit faded compared to the other 2, what I might do is just sell this one on again on Vinted. Because ideally I wanted to get a trouser, a pair of shorts and a top, maybe a shirt or something like that, out of these garments. I will definitely be able to get a trouser out of the skirt. I'll definitely be able to get a pair of shorts out of this dress. I'm not sure I will get a shirt as well with the offcuts of all of them. It might be that I sell on one of the bigger dresses, keep one, and then buy another dress in a smaller size. And then between those 3, I should be able to get the 3 garments that I'm looking to get out of this. Now, I did buy one other thing from Vinted with my Vinted balance. And again, it was just really thinking to my spring-summer wardrobe. On my Instagram last summer, as part of my summer wardrobe glow up challenge, I was talking about the fact that I was looking for a pink t-shirt that I can wear with shorts or whatever. I just love the idea of having a pink t-shirt. I ended up acquiring one from my son who'd grown out of his. It was in need of a little bit of repair, a little bit of TLC. So I ended up fixing a little bit of a rip it had in the neckline and I shortened it and all that stuff. But then I had a bit of a disaster where I ended up getting some mystery stains on it. I think it might have been from some heat protector spray or something on my hair. It just got these weird grey funny stains on it. Plus, to be honest, the t-shirt was looking a little bit worse for wear. So when I was on Vinted, in one of my let me just pop and see what the algorithm is showing me today, I came across a pink t-shirt, which I loved the look of. It was actually my second choice. There's another one that I liked better. Favorited it, but then it got sold pretty much 10 minutes later. But then I saw this other one and I thought, actually, that's quite cute too. So let's open it and have a look. I'm also just hoping the fit will be what I like. I'm very fussy with t-shirts and how they fit. I quite like them to be slouchy and oversized. I don't like them too clingy and tight. But this one did look like it was the right shape, so let's hope it is. There it is. I love this pink. I love the little pop of green and yellow. I've got some green and white striped shorts that are a real staple of mine in the summer. I immediately saw this t-shirt working really well with that. And I just think this would also mix and match with blue, white, any other colors really. I just loved the design. So, should we go for a little try on? Yeah. Let's go for a little try on. Right, let's have a look at the t-shirt. I know it doesn't look like anything right now because it just looks like a bit of a baggy mess. But in a second, I will try them on with the shorts I had in mind. Look how cute that would be as a little combo with the green on the t-shirt, picking up the green on the shorts. I can see myself living in that combo in the summer. Now the sleeves are maybe a little bit long. I wonder if we end up shortening them a little bit. Although, maybe I don't really mind it. I don't know. Let's see how it looks with a bit of a shorter sleeve. Or maybe I just roll the sleeve up like that. Let's try them on with the shorts because I just think that would be the cutest little combo. Ooh, yeah, baby, yeah. Love that. Love that. I think I will be wearing this on repeat in the summer. Is the t-shirt a little bit too long? Do we want to shorten it? Maybe we crop the t-shirt actually. Maybe we shorten it to about there. Maybe we shorten the sleeve or we just roll it up, I don't know. But I think we should definitely shorten the length because I don't mind tucking it in the front, but I tend to not have the whole thing tucked in. I like to just do a little French tuck in the front and then have the back hanging down. And at the moment, it just seems a little bit too long. So I think we end up cropping the t-shirt at some point. But apart from that, cannot fault it. Cannot fault it. Absolutely love it. Love the color, love the slouchiness, love the fit. Yeah. Perfect. And actually, while we're in try-on mode, should we go for a little try-on of this skirt? If we just hoik it up and see how she looks as a dress. I think that'd be hella cute. Hella cute. Maybe a bit tight, actually. I don't know. Let's go in and see. Alrighty, let's have a look. I tell you, that is the one downside of filming for YouTube that way. When you're trying to do full outfit planning, it's hard to get the whole body in the frame. But that is pretty hella cute as a dress, you know. But you know, I'm in this era of it's okay, it's okay. Hasn't got that total wow factor just yet, but we will get there. But yeah, love the print, love the print. I am very happy with this as a starting point, and I so cannot wait to get into this project. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you for joining me down our little Vinted rabbit hole excursion. And stay tuned for the transformation of these pieces coming to my YouTube very soon. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.